What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our very first time playing Songs of Six. If you are enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, well, we have been able to get our population almost to where it was. We're still about 50 short. We're a little low on workforce right now. We have plenty of homes available. But we are getting close to getting to the edge of this middle section, which is nice to see. One of you guys brought up a valid point of, did so many people suffer from the cold because of the material we're making our buildings out of? And I just wanted to address that. After doing some research, it would seem that the temperature inside the buildings doesn't necessarily rely on the type of material you use to construct them. However, mud does degrade much faster than wood or other materials. So what could have happened is that our janitors weren't able to keep up with repairing our buildings, and then with the degradation, they could have gotten cold within the buildings. It could have been that we didn't have enough hearths around, enough access to hearths, although if we look here and look at services and hearths, we have 100% access, although after our cold moment, I guess, we did go ahead and place a few more hearths around to try to ensure that that doesn't happen again. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the direct cause of losing all those people to the cold were. All we can do is try to hope to avoid that mistake again, because that set us back a little bit. I mean, it wasn't too detrimental to our colony, but now we are kind of working on getting our production back up and going. So we got a nice little park here. Ideally, we want to kind of start getting rid of all of this stuff. Did I specifically click remove road? Let's go dismantle for that bench. We have a nice little park area that I'm excited about that seemed to help out spacing quite a bit, which is nice. But this northern, like this whole section is almost like fully cleaned up. So we really only have like this section left to work with, and then our food farming district is complete. I'm somewhat satisfied with how our industry district up here turned out. I would kind of like to move this woodcutter. And we still got to figure out how we're going to fill in this area, what we're going to do up here as well. And then we're trying to make another industry area over here. I do think that it's going to be important for us to get a warehouse in this area, for us to store what we're making and the resources they need to make those items. We're looking for logistics. Distribution? No. Logistics. Here we go. So I'm thinking maybe like a warehouse like this. I'm hoping it doesn't have to be too large. I would like to make you rounded. And then we can get some small crates here. It's not the prettiest, it's not like even or anything, but it might do for now, especially if we get some upgrades. We want doors. We're probably gonna need another warehouse. I don't really think that's gonna be large enough, but for now that will do. That will do. Let's see. We have our main food warehouse over here. We should probably think about getting another, like, food warehouse, honestly. That way all of our food isn't just in the corner. We are getting another janitor over here to try and help with all this degradation. Unavailable wood. We're trying to store wood in here. We're gonna have to find out we're gonna have to find out logistics for our town now that we're not keeping things like integrated with each other. Like all of our industries over here, which means that industrial products we're not gonna really have available in this area, which is obviously a problem for trying to repair and things like that. Yeah, unavailable wood, unavailable pottery. That is an issue. We could go ahead and build some haulers, but I would like something that's a little more efficient, personally. So we're gonna have to kind of think about what we want to do here. I think kind of the first step, though, is getting our workforce back to where it should be. These are already max upgraded. These are max upgraded. These homes right here are not. So let's get those houses upgraded to the max. And then I think I will start... We're gonna start down here by dismantling this home, so that we can get that graveyard in. I'd like to see if our population continues to go up or not. It does look like it's slowly climbing. We are under 4 million. We're losing a lot to inflation. And we're buying a bunch of leather again. But it does look like for the most part, we've picked up all the leather. You are starting to load some, which is nice to see. Fabric, metal, pottery. Yeah, we're super low on fabric as well. We're super low on coal. So we're definitely starting to hurt in some resources that we're gonna have to boost production for. Your guys' workload is at 100%, which is nice. You guys need janitors. Carpenters. Our spear production is doing really well. How are we doing in terms of getting this fixed? When your decision was announced, your Kryptonians were unbelieving at first, but that soon made way for a display of uncharacteristic anger. Many of your subjects decided to leave your city and join the refugees. with as much as they could carry, and those that remained are very disillusioned with you. We lost 263 and our happiness goes down. All of our nobility passed, apparently. So that's great. So that's gonna cause some problems for us. Also, it could be a factor of, like, maybe this district is too large. Like, maybe we could end up cutting this district at some point. Loyalty is decreasing. It is of utmost importance that you tend to your subjects' needs. Check the Citizens tab, upper left, to see what can be done to increase happiness, and don't invite more immigrants to join until you have it under control. Yeah, but loyalty is down because of happiness. But you got it, boss. So basically we gotta wait for this to be done, which is in about 11 days. Until we can bring in more people. Accident occurred. These don't really seem to be getting fixed at all. Which isn't super great. You guys are actually negative right now. Got about 8.5 days left. I want to see if at some point these places start getting fixed. I mean, there's not really much we can focus on right now, sadly, because of the loyalty hit. Like, we can't bring in more people, so we're not going to be able to build any more buildings. But we need something to happen about these degrading structures. Unavailable bows? What the heck do you guys need bows for? What the heck? Because of the archery range? You guys are so far away from that. Are these getting fixed? No. If we click on one of you... Things are looking a little rough. I bet it's because we took out all of our wood production over here. We have absolutely no wood in this area. We have all our haulers. I'm gonna try and get these down. This might be of some help. You guys' only job is to bring wood. I wonder if you could place haulers like inside a building. Like if you get like a really big building. Must not be placed in a room, so no. That is a negative. But that could also be another fair point, like maybe getting like I don't know. Like I wouldn't mind doing like a huge market area like this either somewhere. Like do a huge market and then in the middle have like an unloading station or a bunch of haulers. Like that could probably be pretty efficient as well. How long is this going for? About 3 more days. All our services seem to be doing okay. Food stalls at 74% access. Market's at 83. Benches are up. We have 60% access. The biggest thing that would help here is upgrading. Well, just upgrades. Not too shabby. An accident occurred. We're not gonna get a worker in here. Internal storage is full. So let's start putting some furniture over here. Help out with this internal storage issue. What are your guys' issues? You guys just don't have workers. And it looks like you're kind of hurting on stone. Although we're pulling all of our stone. Just don't have much in here. Probably because all of that stone is going into the masonry. You guys have full internal storage, so this needs more people. No, it's actually you need more space for cut stone is what the issue is. Probably just not using enough of it. So what we could do is get our roads in here. That all done. Okay, we can start bringing in more people. 35, 50. And hopefully that starts helping some of our issues that we got going on. We are slowly leaking cash. How's food doing? Food seems to be doing well still. We are doing pretty well on gems, because we stopped giving them to people for furniture. Yeah, our export depots need to move over here. Rations still seem to be doing okay. I feel like tools are at a pretty good point. I'm trying to look at the decay rate. Iron ore's at a pretty good point. So let's start selling gems again. So we can make some of that money back. Although we have this extra export. We're not selling bows at the moment. So I'm gonna change you over to spears. What's our max storage on these? 5,300. Let's bring you down to 4,240. Get some of those sold. Our decay rate on our leather armor is huge. But we kind of need all the leather armor we can get. We got 2 people working here now. Hopefully this means that you guys can start fixing up this place. Because a lot of it is a wood issue. So if you can keep hauling wood for me. Hopefully that helps fixes things. Okay, it seems like they're working on it. Population's going back up. Yep, having prison issues again. I mean, I would really love to just increase your food servings. Are these getting fixed up at all? Maybe we need another janitor in this corner. We'll give it a little time, though. Let our population build back up. See if hopefully our stuff starts getting fixed. I mean, it went up a little bit. I guess a lot of this is just kind of waiting around, huh? Hopefully we don't have any more, like, loyalty issues. That was also setting us back a little bit. Thankfully, our food situation seems to be doing pretty well. Pretty well. Money's going back up slowly. Back around to like 4 million. Our furniture is doing fantastic, which is great news. Okay, we're getting a decent amount of wood stored. Of course, they're going to use it super quickly, but that's a good sign. And if our food continues to stay in order, I'm hoping we can kind of just like boost our productions a bit where we're lacking. What is our problem with charcoal? Where are all of our charcoalers? You're working at 100%. You're at 100%, but you have the D grade value. Hauling commute. That doesn't seem to be a huge issue, though. This is finally getting fixed. You're working at 100%. We might just need more charcoalers. And then what else is it? Weavers? You're at 100%. You're at 99. You're at 100. Yeah, we don't have very many weavers either. Okay. So, another charcoaler and another weaver is on the priority list. For sure. We do seem to slowly be, fixing up the places, though. Unavailable metal. I'm not really sure what needs metal over here. Doesn't really look like anything. These haulers seem to be helping. We're almost back up to 3550. We do have corpses, but we have these available, so that's not the issue. Our graveyard is about full. You have some available spots. You're completely full. But we did want to try and get you copied. Okay, we still need to dig up that house. Yes. which we probably could afford to do. Go ahead and dismantle all of this. Then we can get another graveyard in, which is probably much needed. But let's go ahead and fix this road first. Make sure you're straight all the way through. And then we go room copier. Bada bing, bada boom. I can get you on in there. We'll probably have another 4-wide road here. And then we gotta decide what we want to do in this area. Probably more housing. Probably need to get this opiate farm expanded. Maybe the opiate farm can kind of take this spot. Might not be a bad idea. Government's looking pretty good. It's nearly maxed out. It's just the law thing. But I gotta assume that that's because we don't have enough, like, guard posts. But I don't want to start using my workers yet. How are you guys doing? It is getting fixed up. The degrade percentage is only at 85, which is still super high, but it's better than 100. So it does look like we're starting to fix these places. Are you storing any wood? Some. You got some in storage. I'm surprised our bread production hasn't really taken a hit yet. Trying to see if this warehouse is really necessary anymore. We got some stone in here. Stone is full over here. I do kind of want to keep this warehouse. We don't really need warhammers here anymore. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need Sithalon ore. Do we really need leather over here? We don't need so much wood. Upgrade you. We're gonna want to put gems over here. We don't need so much cotton. I don't even know if we need any cotton. Drop you down. Got a bunch of stone storage. We don't really need the wood because we're trying to store it in this warehouse. Same thing with coal. We should be trying to store that in this warehouse. Fabric. No. Clothes. Herbs we don't need in here. We are storing the machinery in here. A little bit of machinery we have. We are storing the little bit of paper we have in here. Furniture, cut stone. I think we're ready to get rid of this. That should free up some workers for us. And we are almost to the point where we can start building up our farm up here. Can we copy this? We can put you over here for now. And then I'm gonna dismantle all of this. Okay. We're like sitting right at 3450, 3460. We are full on clothing. Just about. Is our access to clothing hurting? It's not necessarily going up. We already have tons of storage for clothing here. Suppose we could get more. Cut stone is getting full again. What's your production? I feel like it's not super high, but we're going through it very quickly. I might try and get rid of this as well. Which is probably gonna kill our production, but I mean, if we're sitting at full right now, we should be able to afford it, at least for now. And we gotta keep in mind that we have the skinny dipping over here still. For farms, I suppose we could get another fruit farm over here. Now it says 0%, so it's getting there. It is getting there. This one still looks pretty bad, but everything else seems to be getting fixed up nicely. How about these buildings? This one's still struggling. Okay. We're still hurting on coal. We're up to 3478. I mean, we do want more food days. So maybe just getting this apple farm wouldn't be bad. And then we can start thinking about where we want to put our second food warehouse. I know we have one over here. Your crates are maxed out. And that's gonna slow down ration production probably, I would assume. You already have some built up. You have available crates, right? Like, we could always put more food in here if we really wanted to. You still have about 9 crates available. So if we were to get another fruit farm, I don't necessarily want to go the orchard right here. That's as wide as you can get. And then be careful not to build on any of the water so that we still have skinny dipping areas to keep our people happy. Just kind of do something like this. Max size is reached. Okay, so we can shrink you here maybe? That should be good. Let's get another apple farm in. We are gonna build over that little cotton patch, that natural cotton patch, but I think that's fine. We could potentially put another graveyard up there. Yeah, if we can keep pushing up our food production, I know that's not something, I kind of said that we were good on food and we weren't going to focus on that. But if we could get to a point where we increase our food days or even increase our food servings, I mean, that is the job of this district, is to produce food. So I also think we should be producing more PIVA, but for that we're going to need more pots, which is going to in turn need more charcoal. So that's like a pretty huge process. So let's just focus on food right now, because I feel like that could be pretty easy for us. And it could make a big difference in trying to keep our people happy. Also, imports of these can drop down. Probably to 15%. Since we just increased our storage. Could also probably get away with getting some more benches in here. Give a little more access. I mean, we already have a ton of benches in this area, so I don't know if it'll really increase access. What we really need is benches like over here. But for now, we'll leave it. Do we need to be importing so much leather? Back to 3.85. Yeah, we just bought a ton of leather, but I think we just increased our storage for it. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Okay, you guys are getting stocked up on wood. Now the main issue is gonna be charcoal. No, you don't use... You do use charcoal. Yeah. You guys use charcoal. So once we get this finished, up and running, our population keeps like going down. I'm gonna just authorize myself here. Yet another accident. It has come to us, the dreaded swamp lung. Great. We just can't catch a break, can we? We cannot catch a freaking break. This is crazy. We are gonna get a ton of wood from chopping all these trees down, which will be kind of nice. Like, I'm thinking about moving this woodcutter down here. Unavailable fiber. You guys need fiber then. Yeah, now our workforce is crushed again because of this swamp lung. Graveyards are already filling up, which means we're dumping more bodies in the pit. You have how many slots? 52? It's quite a lot. Let's authorize these people. Oh. We really need to get our research up. I think increasing our religion, potentially, our shrines, could be a huge help. Increasing our services could really help too. Our food days look really good. Problem is I think every time we authorize, our loyalty drops a little bit. We're also having a lot of accidents. We've really slowed down on research as of late. And the main issue is leather. That was one of the main reasons that we slowed down on leather. Or slow down on research, and we've never really picked it back up. But research could really help us with certain things. Could help us with degrading, it could help us with boosting our happiness by getting upgrades to some of our services. It could give us access to new services. Research has really slowed down. There's just so many things to try and micromanage now. Now one of our biggest issues is coal. Like, I'm trying to think, do we authorize? So I feel like this drops. Yeah, see, now it's starting to go back down again. I kind of feel like we're at one of those points. No work within radius. I feel like we can get rid of this export. Dismantle you. And then we need to put like an export over here or something. To be able to easily sell weapons. Where would we put you? I suppose for right now, we're looking for logistics, exports. For right now, we can just kind of put you down here. What else is not really getting sold? Meat and fiber should be fine over here. Gems should be fine here. Because gems are getting stored here. Metal. Where are we storing most of our metal? Probably in here. Yes. So we could go ahead and... You know what? We'll get rid of this one for now. We could switch you to something else. But right now I'm going to turn you off. And then we're going to get just a simple export over here somewhere. I guess for now we'll just put you here. How's everything else? This should all be fine. Livestock should be fine. Tools? How much are you supposed to be selling? 715. So we're gonna want one for tools over here. You're not holding many tools. Where are all of our tools going? Up here. Where are we making all of our tools? We have a smithy here. You're making tools. Smithy here. You're making plate armor. Smithy up here. You're making swords. Do we really only have the one making tools? Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we could increase tools by 1 here. Probably wouldn't hurt to, increase storage. But I do think that we're gonna get another export depot over here for tools. And then I'm gonna turn you off. And if I turn you off, I'm gonna say no workers for right now. It's not many people, but we'll authorize them for now. I think we just kind of work with what we got for a little bit until we can get a huge influx of people. We're attracting 35 per day. We need to make sure our loyalty stays high to really bring them on in. Could add more spear storage, but I feel like near 5k is more than enough. So you're gonna export spears. You're gonna export metal. You're gonna export tools. Hopefully that makes us some decent money, and we are still overflowing on cut stone. Which is crazy, because we should be negative 21. I don't know how the heck that's happening. Where's all our cut stone? Right here, I would assume. Okay, what if we go... Are you auto? Yeah, you're auto-employing. Okay, how about we go meat here. And then turn you off. We go fiber here. Turn you off. And then we dismantle these two. Yeah, let's do that. Because then we can start creating more space for another farm up here. Or to expand this vegetable farm or whatever we decide to do. Okay, we have 25 available. But I'd like to wait for my happiness and loyalty to go up. We should be making some decent money now. Which means buying all this PIVA won't keep on diminishing our economy. We got plenty of wood over here now, which is fantastic. Our next goal is to get coal going. But we need to fix this workforce issue. So we solved one problem, and that is all of the degrading, except for over here. We haven't solved this yet. But we did solve the degrading issue in this area, which is nice. We're able to build up another farm. We were able to build up another graveyard. It was very, it was hard work to make just a little bit of progress, but I suppose when your colony starts getting this large and you're trying to reorganize everything, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the game. So, let's see. Our next area is getting our workforce back up, seeing if maybe we can improve our population, get our production back to where we need it to be for all of these different items. Yeah, I wanted to do a cut stone export too, didn't I? What I could honestly do is probably just turn one of these off, but for now we'll leave it. You guys are still bringing in leather, which is fantastic. I wonder how much you're actually bringing in. 400. You guys are still basically working at 100. Proximity to raw materials is poor. It's because you guys aren't getting any fiber over here. Is there any way... like, what if I set up another loading station? That's something that we could think about doing, is since we're building farms all throughout here, maybe we can afford to take up these farms a bit so that we can get some loading stations, or maybe we can just do it right here. What if we got a loading station here? We kind of wanted to move this warehouse up anyways, right? if we got a loading station here, I feel like this is a little far, but we could do this instead. Metal, livestock, and furniture we should all have plenty of. Loading station here, and then you start pulling fiber to send over this way. And then that should fix your fiber issue. And hopefully increase our production on fabric. Shouldn't you have 4? I'm kind of confused on what these numbers mean, because it brings in how much? How much can you send out? It's only 4, right? 4 carts. I'm gonna have you auto employ. Maybe we can just like bring you down one. Right, 98% isn't bad. If you're bringing in 4 carts, right? Isn't that what that means? Prepare deliveries, efficiency, but then I want you to bring in fiber as well. So do we do 4 there? I don't know how that works. Or do we just do 1 here? We might just need to do 1 there. We'll kind of see how this goes. We will see how it works. Alright, how's our happiness doing? It's still low. Maybe we just let that go for a little bit. Transporter, you are bringing fiber. And your pull source is going to be from here. Did I do that right? No. Pull source is from here. There we go. Do we need 16 people working in here? I'm gonna be honest, probably not. I'm gonna do 9. Hopefully you guys know where you're going. You're loading the cart. Boom. Fiber. And now we got fiber sitting here. You guys, proximity to raw materials is poor. That shouldn't be the case anymore. Commute, hauling. What is the hauling? You guys shouldn't have to do any hauling. I do feel like production went up a bit. So now you guys should be getting shipments of cotton and leather, which hopefully will start helping some of our logistics issues. Looks like you guys are also low on stone, which is a bit confusing. But you are super low on workers. You don't have the workers that you should have. So that could also be a huge factor of why you guys aren't stockpiling everything you need. So again, next time we are going to try, well, let's get these 45. we're gonna try and stabilize our workforce. We're gonna work on some of our logistics. We're gonna try to increase production of some of these areas we're hurting, and then hopefully we can continue to expand. If not, we just need to focus on stabilizing right now. We've taken a lot of hard hits lately, specifically that cold front. Then we got swamp lung, and we had all the degrading. Like, things have spiraled down for a little while. I think we're finally starting to recover, so we just need to continue doing that and see where we can kind of improve how our city works. But all of that, next time. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.